Hey, I'm not sure how this is new to me. So, Marty, where do I see the comments? Did I lose Marty? Ah, all right. This is Conductor Chris Johnson. What's happening, guys? I am brand new to this. I don't even know if it's playing yet. So I'm trying to find where the comments would be. I am brand new to this. I guess I'm. I have no idea. Marty, if you're watching this, text me. How do I see what people are talking? I have no idea. So if you're, hold on, Red's calling me. Where do I find the chat, Red?
Right, listen, right.
You're on live.
I know I am.
Okay.
Right-hand corner, you've got graphics.
Okay.
Okay, next to that, you've got
caption. Oh, chat. Got it. I got it.
Right, but you've also got your ticket going as well. So, which it says, "Let's talk to Ash on 360." That was mine, so you need to change that.
Okay.
That's the middle one, and scroll down, and you'll be able to edit that part as well.
Captions.
Yeah.
So take off the ticker.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I can put whatever I want in there.
Yeah.
All right. And sorry, guys. Red's trying to give me a training course here. I don't know what to say. Hello.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
We'll start off with that one. I'm learning.
We are trialing Restream at the moment, and the reason we're using this is because we can get it out to more channels to give a bit more exposure for this. So that's pretty cool. Today's the first real day, so we're just seeing how it all goes. But as we move along, things will obviously get a lot better.
Yeah.
And then you just click the chat, Chris, and you'll see everyone coming up.
Okay, chat. I got that. I think I changed my thing. All right, that's cool. Appreciate it, Red. Right. Hey, that was an excellent live, by the way, dude. Excellent live, Red. He hung up on me. Okay, let me start over. Number one, how are you all doing? You could see I'm a little confused because I'm doing something new today. It's brand new for me, and that's a good thing because I like change, especially when I have to change my underwear. That's my favorite part of change. But just to make you giggle there, what's going on today? Now, you guys, I got a lot of good compliments and feedback on my pickle jars. I appreciate that. If I can give you some kind of value, that's what I need to do on a daily basis. There's a lot going on in this company right now. You heard Red. Red just did an excellent live talking about Ash and other people taking responsibilities. It's a really, really good thing, I believe. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, seeing Ash always gets me excited. And Dr. Super Muhammad, it's time Ash, like Red said, can sit back and do other things that's important for all of us. And in the future, he'll be able to explain that to you a lot better. I'm not going to get into it, but go watch Red's live. It was excellent live, by the way. I want to talk a little bit about some more marketing moves that I know. I want to share it out there with all you. And I've talked about this all week, except for yesterday. And what I do, listen, you heard what Ash said. He said, it's time we start talking about resellers. Okay. And this is the marketing that you could do for yourself. Now, remember this, the company already does this for you. Okay. I got all kind of things happening on my computer right now. And don't think that you have to do this stuff. This is just ways to maybe build you up a little faster. As Mike Ellis used to say, get to that point faster where you want to be. So I've been doing little things each day this week to help you a little bit understand what you can do. I've talked about education with the O Academy on substitute teachers, professors. I think I did that on Monday. I talked about gas stations, why you should be talking to gas stations, supermarkets, businesses, to let them know what they're going to save. It's going to save them a lot of money. It's going to save them a lot of time. And I'm going to repeat this. Do you have to do this? No. But do you want to get ahead? Absolutely, I do. I think it'll be fun. Now, Ash said, again, he was talking about resellers. Let's start doing that. It's no different. This is how I look at it. It's no different than how we did when we were first founders and we were trying to get people into this company as founders. It's really no different than that. But this time it's going to be so much easier. Why? Because when we did it, we kind of went by faith. This is what's happening. Now, as resellers, we'll have products to show them. We got our 3 free products, and you're going to have your magical link. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be that much easier. So let's talk about the magical link for a second. What is that? All right, a lot of people are like, what does this mean? When are we going to get our links? It's going to be your own personal link. It's going to connect you to the world. It's going to be the link that Ash Bafar and the ONPASSIVE teams are going to be sharing out 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. But you can also do it. That's the plus of this. This is the plus. I could take 15 minutes, literally, for a whole week, run some things why you should check out our free products, all stuff like that. And that's it. Let the company do it for you. That's what we got into this for. All right. Now, we realize this is a lot, but no, we don't realize. We know how big this company is really going to be just by the products that we've seen as the founders. If you're new watching me, we're going to have links that you're going to click on, okay, to become a reseller. It's going to be stuck with you, all right, and you can go out and use it. In other words, let's talk a little marketing as I'm talking about this. You can go to, let's say you have kids in there in the Cub Scouts or the Girl Scouts. Okay, now my kids were in that. It actually gets pretty pricey, pretty expensive. My dog again. So what you want to do is just find the person that runs the Cubs or the Girl Scouts and go talk to them and say, listen, this is what we have. This is how you can earn money for, let's say, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Now, they do a lot of things. If you've been into it, it does cost the parent a lot of money. They have functions. They have stayovers, all kind of stuff. Why not help that Scoutmasters for both sides fund it? Where, here's the truth. I saw this growing up. There were kids that couldn't go into the Scouts, girls or boys, because the parents did not have extra money for it, which is still true today. And you know what? The Scouts are a really, really good thing. A really good thing. So why not? Wouldn't you want to talk to them? Now, every one of you that have kids have gone through this. I guarantee it. Every one of you that have kids have gone through this. So I want you to get out there, get out there and start talking to these people. We don't have to really do what we did. As far as I'm concerned, webinars like we had them, I'm sure we'll have some webinars here and there. But right now we want to educate you on the reseller position, which is exactly what we did already for the last 2, 3, 4 years, however long you've been to this. So just remember that. That's the thing. You're not learning anything new. You already know how to do this. Okay. But now you got this. It's time to put the hammer down. All right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah, I just had that. I'm working on my house, so that hammer was just happened to be sitting there. What else? Let's talk about, okay, I want to bring up something really important. I have a lot of orphanages that are connected to me, waiting for ONPASSIVE to launch so that I can assist them, help them out, and ever. Now, there's orphanages all over the world. All right. It's another thing. Do me a favor. We got 1,400,000 of us, let's say. Pick an orphanage anywhere in the world. Find out, number one, if they're real and legit, and they're not just someone just trying to take your money, and get them a position. Send them money. Every day they ask me for money, excuse me, to help the kids out, okay? When ONPASSIVE really is getting going here and you got your magical link, remember people like that. There's marketing. You're going to market that orphanage. Talk about O-Bless. Oh, by the way, don't let me forget that. 6 o'clock tonight. 6 o'clock tonight. It's a new time, earlier time. O-Bless is going to be happening. Vittel is going to be talking about Jamaica. Did I get my Jamaica shirt in here? Jamaica. And I do have an O-Bless shirt with some that are for Ash too that I have. I'll put on tonight. I haven't opened yet. He's going to have a couple people, the farmers, if you remember the farmers. Jonna, my brain, my mind is blank. And they're going to be talking about farming industry. There's going to be a lot on this one, but mainly it's going to be about helping out to build shelters for women and children that have been in bad situations. Don't even like to say the word. So that is at 6 o'clock tonight. I already have the link. I will post that in the back office here in a few hours, but that is at 6 o'clock tonight. Should be, I think it'll be very good. First O-Bless we've had in a while. We'll try starting these up again. They could be at all times, different days, whatever it is. So let's go back to marketing. What else can we do? Your son or your daughter might be playing sports. Okay. Well, years ago, I think my parents had to pay $300 for me just to play football. We had these millage problems. And that, you know what? That would be Dave Rosleski. That would be an excellent way to get people involved in Impassive also. So you're going to go sponsor maybe a little kids league. Pretty cool. And, you know, in Milo and Julie, you talked about this a long time ago in the Milo Julie show. I'm re-entering some of this stuff, so how you can do it. But you can go back and watch a lot of their videos, too, that we did all this. But I love the ideas. There's a lot of ideas that I have of my own. But imagine you go up to your find the coaches, watch them play the games where they're at and say, listen, I'd like to sponsor you. Unpassive Bamildaz would like to sponsor your team. All right, we're going to get you shirts, and it's all going to be funded. It's all going to be funded by this account. You know, hand them over the account. They're going to realize, wow, this is pretty cool, and it's going to help out a lot of kids. Now, that's people in the United States. I don't know what other countries do with their kids. I know they got scouting courses, classes for the kids to do. Different countries play different sports. You got soccer or football. They got them. But this could help out all over the world. Imagine that you just started one of your accounts, you said, for, say, special cases. In other words, you see somewhere someone's trying to start a sports thing for kids. I mean, this is what we do. This is what Impassive can do. And this is little stuff, guys. This is just little stuff. But I want you to think back in the history of your life, how many families you knew that maybe couldn't afford to play the sports, couldn't afford to pay the Cub Scouts or the Girl Scouts. Don't you want to end that? Every kid should have that experience. And they shouldn't be held back because maybe mom and dad doesn't make that much money. Their budget's tight. That's horrible. That's horrible for me. Every kid should have an opportunity for anything. I don't care if they're a ballerina, a soccer player. How do you think these kids get started? How do you think we have all these professional players? They got started somewhere. These professional thinkers earn their Eagle Scout badge, which is phenomenal to see on a resume. How many kids were denied that because mom and dad just didn't have the extra funds? Change that. In your community, if we all did that in our own communities, there ain't no kid that's going to be told no. Let's get them in the program. This is the Impassive way, guys. This is definitely the Impassive way. I got to watch my clock because Marty's coming on at 12. What's another thing? Here's another big one for me. If your church, my church does, has their own food pantry, not for the church, but for people that need it. I myself was part of this. My parents were huge in this. All right, this is something I want to start up again to get them going. And what they do, in my community, they feed a lot of people that just need help. People that lost their jobs. I told you about the one guy who was hit by a car, broke his hip, both his legs. He just couldn't work, didn't have no insurance, had 3 kids. This is one of those facilities, my church, that came in, gave him 2 or 3 big grocery bags of food for his wife to help out with the family. She wasn't working. They had no income coming in. It helped out. All right. Yep. There's another reseller position that I will be doing for my church in the food pantry. How many people are out there that have food pantries in their church? Just in the community. You might have a soup kitchen next to you. Bingo. Reseller position. All right. And these kind of places help a lot of people that are on the streets. And listen, don't think it can't be you. Because the guy that was riding his bike to work, that a car slammed into him, broke his hip and both his legs. He never thought that would happen to him, right? Don't think it can't happen to you, because it can. But ONPASSIVE is going to be there. I'm going to say ONPASSIVE is going to be the catch-all. You need help, we're there for you. We have O-Bless. We have each individual angel or founder that has bought extra accounts to help these individuals. Yeah, we're going to do great and big things with O-Bless, but those great big things can also be very small, the ones that we don't hear about. You know, senior citizens. All right. Every one of you know a senior citizen or have an older mom or dad. We've talked with Viviana, myself, Robin Noble about taking care of parents and what it's like. And if you just had the funding to get extra help, because it's a lot of work, and we want our parents or our grandparents to be in the best care ever. That is going to be another solution we're going to be working on. And Viviana, who watches both her parents, Susie McCrae, she's watching her mom and her dad. Her dad passed. Robin Noble with her mom, she passed. But they wish they had something that can help out a lot better. All right. Yeah, you can go buy some insurance. It's very, very probably, I don't know, Red. I got to talk to Marty about that. Red's asking me if I'm going to do O-Bless. I don't know. We're going to add it to all the channels or just this, Red. I'll find out from Marty. So it's one of those things where there is so many. Listen, ONPASSIVE gives you so many options that you never had before. All right. Not only for your personal self or your personal family, but for other people. Listen, in the future, this is me now, only Chris Johnson. In the future, yeah, I want to see what you got with your ONPASSIVE income, we'll call it. Okay. I do want to see, I'm excited to see the guy that wanted that cabin on the water, never could afford, he has it, or maybe the person that wants the nice car. All great and dandy. But I really want to see, and this is what I really want to see, and this is the stuff I'll be sharing on the O-Bless news. You know, let's say Chris Banks. Where did he go? I just seen him. His name is Chris E. Banks. Okay. Hi, Chris. Nice to meet you. Thank you for being on here. All right. To see Chris at Banks say, hey, Chris, can I call you? Absolutely. What you got? I just helped an entire community out with 2 founders accounts. And we're rebuilding the whole block. We're rebuilding the houses. We're updating their houses. We're making it safe for them. That is what O-Bless is going to be about. That's what I want to see. Okay. And yep, when we have these big tsunami storms, snowstorm, tornado, whatever they're called, whatever comes in our way that we don't like, that hurts or destroys something, we're going to have O-Bless big time. O-Bless big time. All right. That's going to come in and help out and save real quick too. Not 4 weeks. I'm still seeing pictures of Florida that was devastated by that hurricane. Still, people with the they need help. It needs help. O-Bless is going to help that out. So that's what I'm talking about. But you don't have to look for a tsunami. I'm going to tell you what, in your own neighborhood right now, there's people that need help. All right. And I'm in an O-Bless mode today because we have O-Bless tonight at 6:00. And that's how I'm feeling it. Yesterday, I was filling up my pickle jars. All right. The day before, I was trying to teach you how to do some free marketing that I know how. Now, we all have you have like Michael Williams. He's a professional email marketer. Marty DeGarmo is a professional marketer. All right. They all have their own ways. I'm just teaching you my way. Okay. We're seeing videos being put out, which is phenomenal. That's a type of marketing, or you can just talk it through. I'm best just to talk it through. Okay. And I want to help you do the same thing. That's why I'm doing some of these. So what are we talking about? Churches, church alone. There's a lot of churches that actually closed because of the Corona hurt a lot of that, believe it or not. But let's reopen some of these churches. All right. You got a church in your neighborhood that closed? Find them, get a hold of them. All right. Let's get that church back up and going. You know, I got a fine line when I know churches, hospitals, or places where people go for help for mental problems closed down because no funding. You know what that tells me? Oh, the guy that started just wasn't making no money for himself. Let's change that. Okay, let's change that. Let me see. Is this how this works? Oh, see, that's how it works. This is what Chris just said. Very, very good, Chris. I'm learning, so I'm kind of liking this. He says, I agree. All kids need to have the opportunity to play sports, regardless of cost. Looking forward to working with you. Myself, I love it, Chris. Thank you very much. I forgot I can do this. Well, I didn't know. I just seen it. So I have a lot of people on here. Let's see. Beverly Pringle suggestion from a nonprofit organization that gives grants to community or, I love that. Organizations and projects. You can be or hire the executive director, get the community. Well, that's really good. I like that, Miss Pringle. Very, very much. See, this is, listen, you might already have this in your minds, but when I do these things, I want you to think. You might think, listen, here's a good one. Watch this. Do you remember, let's say the boys as kids, we would build these little rockets with these little things we'd light with an electrical, and the rocket would take off in there. That's a good little club there. How many kids at that age are standing at the fence looking and say, man, I wish I could do that? That's what we're going to call it. Just came to my mind. Think about every kid in the world that's standing at that fence at a park or looking in a window and said, man, I wish I can do that. Let's make I wish I can do that for kids accounts. Reseller positions. Good idea? I don't know. Let's help out the kids. Thanks, Rob. You can think of these things and do them on your own. You don't necessarily need to O-Bless product. You have accounts. Remember what Mike Alias always says, one is enough. Now, if you got 5, 10, 15, 20 accounts, all right, we all did this. All right, I did it in mine as well. If I make example now, what time is it here first? Hold on. If I make $10, and this is just a hypothetical example, don't get crazy. If one account makes $10 and I have 10, that's really how I thought. But then I thought, if one charity needs $100 a month, all right, and my one account is waking way up, imagine what two accounts will do for another charity. We have the opportunity to change the world through ONPASSIVE, O-Bless, our hearts, which is giving back to people. Let's not see the kid say, man, I wish I had the money to do something like that. Or the kid that's looking in the Girl Scouts or Cub Scouts, watching their little friends get all dressed up in the little uniforms, saying, I wish I had the money, I could have one of those uniforms. Start thinking like that, okay? Start thinking like that. What's Red saying to me now? Did I answer that one? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Red. He's telling me 5 minutes. I got to get going. I didn't do the birthdays today. Let me do that real quick. See who's on here. I'm talking crazy today. Tomorrow, big day. Maharda Rivera, happy birthday. Agatar on Passive, happy birthday. Charles Monday, happy birthday. And Megan McHugh, happy birthday to you. If you are sick, we're praying for you. Remember, guys, I'm sorry this is new. I want to get Marty going on here. He's next. Check out Red Did It Live. Listen to what I have to say. I'll do little things every day. If you have something different, like Miss Pringle just put up here, send it my way. We'll talk about it. We'll get it out there. All right. I'm going to get going. Marty's coming next. I got to figure out. Hold on. How I got to end this. Let me see where I end it. I don't know. Let me go up here. I'm all goofed up. I think this is it. The new brand. Marty, Rand, how do I shut this off? I don't know. I can't keep talking. Marty's going to come on. He's the one that showed me. Oh, end stream. I got it. I see it. Okay. I love every one of you. Check out Marty's coming out here in a minute. Saturday, 11:45 light show. After that, we'll be doing the corporate webinar. And let's just have fun with that and listen. Remember what Ash said? Come to listen. All right, Marty, I got 4 minutes. Guys, if I miss something, like I said, this is new. I'll get a little better. Because I spent 45 minutes trying to learn how to do it this morning. And when I usually am thinking what I want to say, but all I know this, I am proud and I'm excited, okay, about being a founder. I think you should be too. Stay away from people that question it. There's no reason to question it. Listen to what Ash, Dr. Soha, or Super, Engineer Muhammad have to say on Saturday, and I want to thank them all for that. And I'm going fishing with Ash as soon as he frees himself up a little bit. And it isn't just for fishing for him. All right. Ash Mafara has so many things in that brain he wants to let out. And because he's been tied up with everything going on in Passive, I think really that's what it's all about. So I didn't say hi to anybody or everybody. Thank you for coming on here. I'll try to do that tomorrow because I'm still learning it. But I love every one of you. Enjoy it. And I'll see you on Marty's. And then 6 o'clock tonight, O-Bless. Don't forget, I'll have that in the back office. I got to go. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, Red, for the help. Thank you, Marty, for the help.